Begin takeoff procedure.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and today I am with John Randazzo.
Hello.
So we are in the top 4 of the Chicago System Open. A lot of great games going on, and we had a heartbreaker from Kevin Lights in the last one.
Oh, my God. Those dice, though.
Yep. I think he's one of the few people I am okay with him complaining about dice.
Yeah, that 8 dice, and you end up with 1 damage.
And our top 4 game is sponsored by Curled Paw Creatives. Curled Paw is the leader in third-party acrylic tokens and templates. Whether you order their designs or your own, you know that they're going to be fantastic. And Curled Paw not only has X-Wing tokens, but also L5R, Destiny, and their brand new Legion tokens. Really awesome. The first acrylic out there for Legion. So go ahead and get your hands on those if you're getting into Legion. You can go to curledpawcreatives.com. Also, thank you to Cascade Games for allowing us to stream here from the Chicago System Open and all the help that they give us. Let's go ahead and break down these matchups. I'm going to take Andrew, John, because I actually played him in Swiss. I conceded during the game because I was about to get tabled anyway. So I guess I got tabled as a podcaster. If you're
bounty,
yeah, I've been bountied. It's happened like 3-4 times now. I don't think I care anymore. It's like whatever. It's fine. It's just money out of Chris's pocket now. So, yeah, Andrew, great, very calculated, great player. Not afraid to just do exactly what's right to get the engagement he wants. We burned something like 40-something minutes, and all he did were 1 straights.
Huh.
Right? And 1 banks. And I was like, oh, my God, he really is willing to just go all the way. And, yeah, so they're actually starting 45 seconds early here.
And Andrew, #1 overall seed in Swiss. He's been undefeated so far in this entire tournament.
Yep.
And so obviously that speaks to his capabilities with this list.
Absolutely. Joshua Holt coming in here on the 20 seed. Beautiful ghost repaint there. That's actually done by Luke Carrington. He is the there's the 1 straight from Andrew.
It begins.
It begins. So the strategy here is you're building up a bunch of focus tokens on Lorik. That way, once you get into the heat of battle, you got what you need to have some damage here on offense, and especially with there's no sensor jammer on this one. But
that's an accuracy corrector ghost.
Well, at least it lets you have your reinforce and the focus at the same time. We got the long range target lock on the ghost. Make sure you get that harpoon missile off and just wreck something. And we got some derpy magnets here. Do you see that Fenn is on a epic base?
Yeah, I see that. All of Josh's list is very tall at the moment.
Do they have the high ground? Yep. So go ahead and break down Josh's list for us.
Yeah, so Josh is running Fenn Rao, who we see in a lot of Rebel lists. There's a great support ship, especially with his ability, and this Fenn Rao has R3A2, which can deal out stress. We then see him flying alongside the Ghost, piloted by Kanan Jarrus. So Kanan able to mitigate damage, forcing your opponent to roll fewer dice. Kanan also has Ray on board to be able to store those focus tokens, which can then be spent via his pilot ability to reduce the attack dice coming in. Also has TLT and accuracy corrector. So accuracy corrector is just a way to ensure the consistency of TLT, even though TLT is already very consistent. Accuracy corrector just guarantees it, especially against very evasive lists. It should be fairly consistent anyway against Andrew's list, but it's just an extra insurance against high evasion lists. And then Zeb in the attack shuttle, currently docked on the Ghost, which will allow the Ghost to get a double tap.
And then looking at a couple of other things here with the accuracy corrector, if he gets Miranda in range, that's almost guaranteed 4 damage. He does have C-3PO, so C-3PO plus reinforce can avoid one of them for sure, but it's going to be that Ghost can tear in pretty quickly. I really like Josh's opening here. He was able to get the 4 straight, get a little distance. And he was pretty confident that the 2-turn fit, and he's going to be crashing down here, I think, with Kanan.
All right, so measuring range there, just getting a little bit of free information.
And we're going to go ahead and drop in the chat here our straw poll so that you can select your champion. Who do you think's going to win, or who do you want to win? Whatever feels good.
Nope.
Nope. Did I mess something up? Yep, there you go.
All right, so the Ghost coming in on kind of a jousting approach sort of makes sense with the amount of damage that it can output while not itself taking too much damage. hopefully in Josh's eyes. And so what would you call this, a zombie motif on the ghost here? It's kind of got a rotting,
that's exactly what it is.
bulbous
Yes.
skin to it.
It's pretty gross looking, but it's supposed to be, so it works.
And it's really impressive on such a big ship like that. Just the level of detail and just, I mean, it looks incredible both on camera and on the table.
Oh, yeah. It's really nice. All right, so we're waiting for opening engagements here. So Josh looks like he wants to leverage that primary. Oh, no. He pretended to. Turning away.
Yeah, we'll see what Andrew's list does here.
Probably not a 1 forward. There it is.
All right, so we'll get shots on this round. Ezra banking in. And altering the formation a little bit, but still staying in a pretty tight.
Yep, we're going to have all systems go here. All 3 ships will have shots on Kanan. I definitely expect those TLTs to be going into Miranda. 16 health on Kanan, though. It's going to do some work.
All right, and we have Fenn bringing up the rear.
Fenn does have R3A2. He's kind of out of position. Not kind of. He is out of position.
Yeah, sure. Kind of irrelevant this round.
Irrelevant. No R3A2. No hotshot co-pilot. This is one of those situations where, hey, I think, what am I trying to say? Flight Assist Astromech would have worked out better,
that's right? Sure.
I think the risk with R3A2, even though it's really good tech, is that you make Fenn a little more predictable. Like he just ends up having a lot less options.
Yeah.
I know when I see an R3A2 on Fenn now, I feel like I have a better chance to win.
Sure, because you kind of know where he's going to end up.
Yep. So right now, Andrew is the highest voted champion. Again, we'll drop the link in the chat again to select your champion before we get our first dice rolls here.
So Josh thinking it over with Fenn.
I mean, he doesn't have very many options. He's debating the coordinate is what he's debating, right? Whether to boost or not.
And he does.
Oh. Boost to the right. Doing the gentlemanly thing, asking, is that all right? Does that look okay? Here's my issue with this move from Josh, though, is the Ghost is now on a trajectory to run away, and Andrew can catch Fenn pretty easily,
yeah, sure.
I think.
Maybe just wipe Fenn off the board quick here.
We're calling a judge. I will tell you that a straight edge is significantly better than a laser.
We had this discussion at dinner last night, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And Mike Juris, one of the judges here, vastly in favor of using a plastic ruler rather than a laser.
And it looks like it's in. He did not declare R3A2, decided not to stress himself. No damage there.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because he's shooting at Ezra, if I interpreted that correctly, and Ezra doesn't care if he's stressed. So
right.
Why hinder yourself?
Exactly, and I guess also by stressing Ezra, you turn on his ability against the Ghost, and it looks like Josh has TLTs here only on Ezra.
So here's the first shot, 1 damage.
Accuracy corrector for 2.
Accuracy corrector changes that to 2.
So takes 1.
Second attack, 2. Spends a. Oh no, accuracy corrector just leaves it at 2.
Yep.
And so it's another.
Ezra's
damage.
looking for at least 1 evade so that he can use the reinforce.
All right, and everything else is out of range. So some quick shots here. We do have Ezra being able to fire back. And R3A2 is active. This is on Fenn.
Forgetting about the box.
It looks like it's evaded.
Yeah.
Okay, so first round of engagements.
And Lorik does have him at range 3. No? Yes? No? We're not sure. Yes?
It does.
There he goes. Oh, there's a dice box. All right. Spends the focus for 1.
Evaded.
Evaded. There it is. Now, I don't know if spending that focus was the right idea with having only 1. He was only able to bank a few.
Sure.
With Ray.
Sure.
Those are really valuable resources.
That's right.
And end around TLTs. There's 2.
All right. Avoids that by spending the reinforce.
Yep, because Ezra's stressed now.
Second attack accuracy corrector yields 2.
Yep,
and Ezra's able to use his pilot ability to avoid that damage.
Yeah, Ezra. Once Ezra's ability's on, he's super tanky. I know Andrew's probably a little upset that he didn't go into combat stressed.
Sure.
Because he could have saved several damage. I think he honestly would have taken 1 in total.
So in the opening scrum here, not too much damage being dealt out. Ezra taking a couple. So we'll see where these players go. Fenn is in a very interesting position. Also stressed at the moment. So don't know what his options are with Fenn. If he wants to try to clear that stress. But Fenn may be set up to go down somewhat quickly.
Yep. Just a quick shout out here, Texas Wargamer. Sorry, yes, I did miss the Hot Shot Co-Pilot. My bad. Totally not doing 100 other things and talking to you at the same time. My bad.
Mark Tippett sends an update from I-55. Still sitting still. So sorry to hear that, Mark.
No motion on a highway. That's kind of crazy. All right, so looking at our match here, with Andrew having that target lock on Kanan, the temptation might be to switch that target lock to Fenn to try to wipe him off the board.
Sure.
But I think the right choice is to keep the target lock on Kanan.
Yeah. I mean,
leverage the TLTs.
Sure. And set up for a harpoon later on. That harpoon can put a world of hurt on Kanan, possibly. I mean, Kanan can mitigate some damage, but I think if he really wants to try to, wear this ghost down, a harpoon is going to be one of his top tools. All right, looks like dials are just about set. All good. Kanan gets the first move.
All right, so hard 1. That's going to be a stressful maneuver, but he wants to make sure he can get Kanan into combat ASAP. And I think he is on top of that rock, right? There was a rock where he was sitting.
And we should point out here that if Josh is moving first, that does mean Josh has the initiative.
Yes, I can go ahead and update that. Sorry, I had to turn off the volume because there's copyrighted music being played very close to us. And they're rolling away. Okay, I can turn up the volume again. There we go.
You get 30 seconds at most, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that,
I was counting in my head. I've had to become very cognizant of this. So here's we're in combat. That's a range 3 shot on Ezra. Ezra is focused, so he'll have some defense. He has to spend it anyway because of hot shot co-pilot.
All right, so here we go.
And it looks like 1. And evaded.
That is evaded.
3 evades with the 4 spent.
Yeah, so why not? So it's interesting here. You know, Fenn does the hard turn, keeps the stress.
Mm-hmm. Here's Miranda, TLTs, spending the focus because he has to.
Yep.
Takes the shield.
Next is 2. And that will get through as well.
So Fenn sitting at 3 hull. He still has a follow-up Ezra shot. I'm not sure if Lorik's in there. It's definitely close. But here's TLTs on Ezra. 3. 3's better than an accuracy corrector 2. And he could have evaded that. He could have evaded it. Oh, wait, no, he's not stressed. Never mind. No, he couldn't have.
He's
sad face. Never mind.
Stress.
Did he forget to put the shield back on Miranda? He rolled too low. Or did he not roll enough?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, I'm just curious.
And he did have range there, but no damage. Single die in the center of the world here.
The die of Sauron.
R3A2. 1 hit into Fenn.
Evaded.
And these TLTs will be going into now Ezra's abilities on.
There it is. It's an accuracy corrector for 2.
2.
Okay.
Man, who needs abilities?
Yeah, when you got natties. And second shot 2. Or no, actually ends up as 3, and Ezra takes another 1.
He had a focus.
Spends the focus to get the damage through.
So Ezra's sitting at 1 hull.
Ezra's sitting at 1, still alive though, so we'll have to be targeted for at least another turn. Yeah, it was just someone walking by who was asking about Miranda. I don't think Miranda has been touched at all, so don't know what that question was.
Right.
Asking, but you know, things get muddled.
Yep.
All right, so Fenn Rao currently sitting at 3. Needs to stay relevant, and Kanan needs to stay where he can get TLT shots. Not well. It looks like Andrew's really focusing on Fenn, so maybe Kanan is you know, just safe for a little while.
Yep. I think though in the end game, if Andrew can take Fenn off the board and have Miranda and Lorik left, he still has a great chance. I really, really think so.
Sure. Yeah, it's still a lot of damage coming in at Kanan potentially.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got movement already. Doing a 1 straight.
Yep, so we know that that range band of the TLT is going to have all of them in it now, no matter what. So Ezra's definitely going to be taking shots here. But because they're both PS5, he will get to shoot at the same, same time.
Simultaneous fire will be in effect.
Yep. One bank is not green on the sheet of Pete, so he stays stressed, meaning his ability is active. But that does mean that he's hitting. Oh, nice. Bringing Lorik in aggressive. I like that.
Yeah, and this is just great formation flying by Andrew. You can tell he knows what he's doing. keeping these ships together and being a little bit aggressive. This is great.
Yep, everything's in there. The harpoon is live right now on Kanan. And she's at range 3, so I don't think he'll be able to reduce her attack, even if he does have a focus.
All right, nice, easy one straight there by Fenn.
Fenn does have arc on Miranda now, though.
Yeah,
so
Fenn sheds the stress as well.
Yep, shuts down the stress and also eats up any focus tokens. Focus for defense or offense, depends, whatever feels good.
What we get, and then Fenn gets the first shot. Is that a ray focus coming out?
Yep. And it looks like Andrew is out of ray focuses, so no focus for Lorik.
Josh debating his target here. We're going to check for range on Ezra, range 2. And we get 1 hit.
Just trying to finish the job. Ability right there.
And there's Ezra's ability. Yeah, and it's hard to get damage through on 2 dice, isn't it?
It is, especially when you have like a perma focus. I kind of feel like that shot was wasted by. Here we go, TLTs. Thinking. Just debating whether. I think Josh is debating whether or not to use the ability. And he will, I think. If you're not from, no. Yay or nay?
They called the judge over, and he's currently reading the cards just to see what, to clarify something.
I think the question is, oh, the pizza's here. The pizza's here. No, it's calling them. Sorry, people in the future who are watching this.
All right, so shots being fired.
So this is Miranda's reduced TLT. Hits. And I don't think the second shot gets nerfed. That's going to hit too. Fenn Rao is down to 1 hull.
All right, so kind of making quick work of Fenn here.
This is what you need to do. We talked about this earlier. The round timer you have on a Fenn Rao in order to win a game is about 3.
Yeah, that's right. You can't waste too much time on him.
And we're right in that, sorry, 3 to 4, and we're in that magic window.
So now it's Kanan picking targets here, I believe. And just going to finish Ezra off. So accuracy corrector gets him 2. And that'll do it. So Ezra's off the board.
So 22 points there. And then shoots again because he can.
All right, we have Ezra's turn. Ezra's looking at what he's got.
He's probably debating whether to shoot Fenn or not. Killing Fenn. Oh, he's going at. I like that he's going at Kanan because this does stress him.
Sure.
It's range 3. He does get a die. Takes a shield. And this just means less actions. No boosting from the Ghost for a while.
Sure.
Though it might have been a little greedy, especially if Fenn lives here.
Yeah, I mean, right. The idea is if you can take a ship off the board, do so. But
there's 2. He's got to focus. Nope, he is
not
out.
Enough. Okay, so the gamble, slight gamble, pays off.
I mean, that was an unmodded shot, completely unmodded. So works out. Double stressed Kanan versus Miranda and Lorik. I think right now, I mean, Andrew's in the driver's seat right now. He's going to get that harpoon missile off next turn.
Missile.
No matter what.
And Miranda is just going to be regenerating the rest of this game because with the Ghost having 0 agility, you can regenerate every turn and not worry about it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is fine.
Dion is going to step away for a second to pay the pizza delivery person. So we'll see here. I'm guessing that Andrew's just going to keep the pressure on. Andrew's just going to keep the pressure on, stay behind the ghost, and just get shots off, get a harpoon off, if at all possible. And, you know, Kanan will really have to shed some damage here if possible. I'm checking here to see if I can see the Ray card. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't have any, doesn't look like it has anything on it. So I was saying here, Dion, that I was mentioning that, you know, Andrew's strategy here might just be to just tail this ghost and get shots every turn.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. The thing he does have to be cautious with is with the regen, essentially Josh will be doing 3 damage a turn, right?
Sure.
Unless Lorik unless Lorik is gonna, I guess, wait, he has C-3PO, right?
He does indeed.
So C-3PO plus the reinforce will make it so he's doing 2 damage a turn. Because you got the reinforce plus C-3PO will be 2 of 8s. And then the regen is like -1.
Yeah.
So it's gonna net 2.
But accuracy corrector makes a difference as well.
Yeah. Let's say because it's only 2 hits, right? So you got reinforce C-3PO, cancels out 1, and the regen cancels out 1.
Sure.
He is spending the shield for the harpoon missile. It's through a rock. Here comes 5 dice. We didn't lose the dice camera, did we? This would be a bad time to lose the dice camera. Just gonna do it.
Nope, here's the dice.
Okay, here we go. Boom.
All right, I see 2 damage on there.
Looking for some
Rerolling
paint.
from target lock.
So not max damage. That crit will not stick, but we'll get a harpoon missile. Oh, it gets an evade.
It's an evade, okay.
So only 3.
Only 3 on that harpoon at a ghost. So that can be big. But, you know, did his best there to get it off. And does apply the harpooned condition.
Harpooned.
We now have the entirety of Gold Squadron descending upon our table, which now has the pizza. So if you hear some background noise of chomping and munching, that is the...
That's them, not us.
We're professional here.
Yeah. All right, so that's 1 shield on Miranda. So let's go ahead and update that. She's down to 1. Here's Lorik, obstructed.
Yeah, I guess that is obstructed. It looks like it could just get around that asteroid, but maybe not. 3 eyeballs, so that's nothing.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, these ships need to put out damage on a 0 agility ship.
Yeah.
Well, I guess 1 agility if it's obstructed, but still.
So just confirming, yeah, we do have all the updated stuff here. Yeah. And the harpoon missile is spent, so we're going to go ahead and cross that out and see what happens here. You know, only getting 3 damage on that harpoon missile might be the difference here in the end game on how close this comes.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Because Andrew went and he spends one of his resources. He spends a shield to try to hit a little bit harder, and essentially in the damage race, he's put himself behind. So we're going to have to see what happens here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Kanan does here. Maybe just a 2-bank. I can't remember if that's green on the ghost or not. Maybe just a 2-bank and stay along the edge of the board.
We need to get the harpoon condition out there. I think that's what that little thing is.
That red bar there,
yeah.
I think, is signifying harpooned.
And did he actually, I think he forgot the end of round TLTs.
End of round TLTs.
Right?
Yeah, people were thinking he missed that the first time around. I wasn't sure. It kind of seems like the second time around, definitely, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it may be 2 turns in a row. All right, so Lorik is getting into range 1.
Yep.
Does lose a shield from crossing the rock,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Andrew doesn't mind.
Nope. The odds here give Lorik 2 hits at range 1 with 4 dice.
Miranda turning in as well. You'll probably see Miranda regen a shield here.
I might slam. Slam the range 1. You get a turn of uncontested shots.
Oh, that's not bad.
From just Lorik.
Yeah, not a bad thought at all.
That might make up for the lost ground with Miranda regenning. There we go. Yes, that is the right choice.
Yeah, you're right. The ghost has no shots now.
Mm-hmm. Now, it can't go without saying the one risk that he is incurring here is that back arc will be a factor next turn.
Yeah, that's right. And so here we have the Lorik shot. Just gets 1.
Just 1.
All right, so plinking away, just 1 pew on that shot. So let's see, Kanan moves first here, is that right? And so, still carrying 2 stress. I see no focus tokens on Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kanan not in a great position here.
He's not in a great position, but he is in a spot where he could swing this pretty hard if he can make the main gun work. I mean, like getting 5 hits would be devastating on Miranda.
I could run over and check on the other game. Let's see what we've got.
We'll get a damage update and all that. So 3 bank here. He does have engine upgrade. But he's still super stressed. So 1 forward there. That will be in arc. He's reinforcing the front. Miranda, 2 hard bumps. Napkins are in the white bag. Napkins are in the white bag. All right, so here's the 5 dice into Lorik. Just 3. With the reinforce, he'll be taking 2. Shields are down on Lorik. He's going to try to make this range 1 shot count. He's looking for at least 2. That's average. Continuing to stay below average. Another shield down. We're down to the hole on Kanan. So Andrew here, he might be feeling a little bit of pressure. I think he still has an opportunity here. I'm sure he would like to see Lorik start doing some more damage.
Yeah, the game with Phil and William, it's a very complicated board state right now. Both lists are sort of just kind of tangled within each other. Countdown has a damage card on him on Phil's side. Lowrick has a damage card on William's side. So it's about even. There's no clear winner right now, but it is kind of a tangle of ships right now. Be interesting to see if anyone comes out on top of that exchange.
All right, so Josh is electing not to lose a stress. He's just trying to get distance here.
Yeah, I'm interested in that because Kanan has had no actions for the majority of this game.
Yep. I'm curious to see if Andrew gets a little greedy here and focuses. Nope, he's sticking tried and true. Reinforce, keep that Wookiee arc protected.
Yeah, it's worked this far.
Yep.
So why not?
Miranda, ooh, she is in the arc for sure, is focusing.
Okay.
Is willing to take a shot.
All right, let's see what we get.
He needs to start doing more meaningful
Miranda
damage.
gains a shield back, and that is the 2 dice primary.
It's spending it for one.
Spending it for 1.
Josh shoots first. He's debating on his target. Unless they point, we won't know who they're shooting.
We'll be able to tell by the dice, though, probably, right?
No, they both have 1.
Oh.
Miranda and Lorick both have 1 agility.
I mean the attack dice, though. Oh, but...
So that's at Miranda, range 1. You're right. So
okay, so that's significant. So adds an evade from the reinforce.
C-3PO, and that's going to be a single shield. And she's back down to 1 because she did regen on that shot. Tactician stress. A crit. This is going to trigger Harpooned, which is going to get Miranda
okay.
as well.
Ouch.
And we're going to get a crit card here. Console fire.
Let's start a combat roll 1 attack die. On a hit, suffer 1 damage.
I like the swag in which he like tossed it into the dice box. Very nice.
Might as well have a little fun.
Double tap here on Lorick. They're moving fast. I don't think Lorick took any damage there, or maybe.
No, I see 2.
I wonder why are they rushing right now? I don't understand the rush.
You know, it could just be their habits. You know, some people just play a little faster.
Sure, but I feel like that whole dice exchange was a lot faster than any of the other ones.
I don't know, maybe just nerves at the the top table.
Yeah, could be.
So is Kanan stressed for the rest of the game?
Yep.
You want to get done and take a break? Maybe. William, oh, sorry, not William. I know William has not eaten.
Oh, it's accuracy corrector. I was thinking that Lorick still had his reinforced. Sorry about that. You're right. Meaningless dice.
I'm not sure if Andrew or Josh have eaten, but if not, maybe they are just playing for a break. All right. Get a turn here from Kanan. Yeah, you're right, though. It does seem like there's a lack of kind of methodical precision here. Things are kind of just being tossed around, aren't they?
All right, so we're reinforcing the front. Miranda, 3 bank.
Okay, I think that clears.
It does. So she's range 1 in that front arc.
Yeah, not sure. I don't think there's oh, no. Shaking. Someone's shaking their head. It did not clear.
I'm sure Andrew's okay with that. He's,
Yeah.
Oh.
Certainly. Because I don't think there was a slam that could have gotten him out of it.
I'm honestly kind of surprised. That was console fire. Death revived. You can go. You can stop watching. We didn't call him clumsy. And your tact is below par.
Lorick takes 2.
Lorick takes 2. All right, taking 2 there on Kanan. He is at half now. And TLT's here. It's 2. That's gonna hit. Lorick needs to throw an evade in order to make that reinforce do some work.
It doesn't get it. 2 more on Lorick, and that should be it. Yep, Andrew's counting. Counts to 6 and takes the ship off. All right.
No, they did not miss the console fire roll. It was a blank.
Yeah, it was a blank.
It happened really fast.
Indeed.
The dice showed up and went away. All right, so we have Miranda versus Kanan now. Zeb is in the shuttle, of course, but we're not going to see that come out until the emergency button needs to happen.
Yeah, you want that double tap active as much as possible.
Now Miranda just needs to make sure that she leverages her ability to slam, be in positions where she can slam into the ghost. And then just take her shots.
Yeah, I did not appreciate the fact that Josh is currently up by a point. So that could, that matters, right?
Yeah, for sure. He is.
And Kanan will not be able to clear that console fire, so how much damage will that get him?
Oh, snap. Wouldn't that be a thing? Just like 7 turns of console fire, and it's the end.
And you called it slam into the ghost.
Yep. Console fire, not this time. Console fire, 50% die roll. Missed twice.
Is it a hit and a crit or just a hit?
Just on.
I think it's just on hit.
Let's pull it up for the people at home. And it's only on a hit, so less than that. So 3 out of 8.
3 out of 8. All right, I'll swing over and get an update on the other match.
Thank you so much.
Great seeing you. Thanks for doing all
this. All right, so we're waiting here on Miranda, seeing what I'm sorry, Miranda's down. We're waiting for Kanan. He's trying to find spots where Miranda can't slam into her.
Yo, you need a partner?
All right, and we just updated the health on the ghost. Actually, it's a little bit more health than we thought. I think 1, 2, 3. These are hard to make out. 1, 2. It's even harder to see. He's got it's a 1 crit from the bomblet. Looks like a direct hit. We're gonna need a damage update on the ghost. So might be at 3. Spending the focus. Is the ghost? The ghost might be at 1 or 2. We're gonna get confirmation here in a moment. Oh, they're already counting out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 1. All right, so sitting at 1 hole with console fire. Here's a 5 dice attack out the back. Miranda did regen a shield there. Only 2 hits with that 5 dice primary. Spends the focus. Plus C3PO. No damage there.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, the ghost has 9 damage out on it, one of them being a direct hit. I checked out the other game. Again, still kind of a complicated board state. I'll show you the picture, Dion.
Ah, yeah.
Things are getting...
Everything's still alive.
Everything is still alive, yeah.
Yeah. You know, if we have time, depending on how long this match takes, we might be able to get some of those pictures on.
Yeah, we have Miranda. So on Williams' side, Miranda's full up. Fenrau's taken 1. Lowrick has taken all shields and then 2 into hull. And on Phil's side, Kylo's at 1 shield. Countdown has 2 damage cards. And Quick Draw's at 1 shield. So kind of spreading damage around a little bit, but no one ship is really in any particular, precarious spot.
Hey, Jacob, in the YouTube chat, just want to say, yes, Dion is my name, and I went 5-1 and played in the first elimination, and we have an exit from Zeb.
Yeah, Zeb is out and about.
He's ready to play. But Bomblet is there. It's gonna get range 1 at least on Zeb.
Poor Zeb. Comes out.
He tries so hard.
Comes out and
both
immediately
gets punched in the face.
Bombed by a bomblet. Oh man.
Carabast. And the ghost is down. Console fire for the win.
Yeah, so console fire on a quadruple stressed ship is rough, isn't it?
Yep. Here's TLT. He's going to regen the shield for safety, spend the focus, and he'll take 1 more on Zeb. Zeb's at 1 hole. I mean, I think we can pretty much call this game.
I think this is about it.
Zeb does get to try, though. He's within his rights to try.
That's right.
Hit crit.
I see
can't
blanks.
See. Yeah, I think that crit might be snubbed with C3PO. He's fine.
You're right.
It's because the shield can't. You regen the shield.
All right. So now Zeb just has to chase, right? Because Zeb is just forward arc.
Yeah, he has bomb, and then Andrew has bomblet generator. So it's like you can chase him.
Yeah.
And you have a 50% chance of dying next turn.
Rough.
Or Zeb hits the rock.
Yeah, that little rock there, it's easy to forget about, but still relevant.
So Andrew, after this match, will continue. That does hit the rock. Is the rock an MVP? Do I even have to? Okay, yes, I have to move the ship. That was a check here. Do I even have to move it?
So gets the Gets the 3-bank there. No actions.
You drop the bomblet. You do a 1 forward.
And you TLT.
Yeah. No damage on the bomblet. Although that kind of informs Andrew's actions. I guess not really. He's an arc ship. Zip.
Yeah.
So sad. I know the sadness of arc ships. I used them all weekend. And that probably does it. Unmodified shot. There it is.
All
Good
right,
game.
Good game.
Very good game.
Yeah, so it just comes down to the consistency of Andrew's list. Yeah, just solid damage. And, you know, I don't think there was any one real big swingy turn.
No, it looked early on. I felt like Josh, with his range control, did a good job, and he had an opportunity to get Ezra really early. The fact that Ezra was able to stick around for, I would say, about 2 turns too long is really what flipped the game.
Yeah.
So we'll be back here with our final. There's 24 minutes left on the clock. Johnny and I are actually really happy about that because we get to eat a little bit. And thank you to everyone for watching. And there are 3 ways to support our content. You can go to goldsquadronpodcast.com, pick up some GSP swag. You can use offer code buy2get1, or patrons can get our 50% off code. It's posted on Patreon. You can connect your Amazon Prime account to Twitch. Become a Prime subscriber. It costs you nothing if you have Amazon Prime already. And lastly, if you want to join the largest group of supporters of the Gold Squadron, go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. And finally, thank you to our sponsor for the round, Curled Paw Creatives. Get your Destiny, Legion, and X-Wing tokens there. We'll be back here in about half hour.
Half hour. Yep, sounds good.